I have a confession. I have just discovered that I have something called aticophobia. Now, I know what that sounds like, but aticophobia is not a fear of ticks. You know those pesky little bugs that attach to your skin and suck your blood? Although, when I say that out loud, I probably should be. Aticophobia is, is also not fear of TikTok, although I find those dances pretty intimidating as well. Actually, aticophobia defines my greatest fear. It is the fear of failure. Like many of you, I have faced failure more than once in my life. I think of failures as falls. Sometimes we stumble, we fall, but we get right back up. With others, we stumble, we fall, but sometimes we linger there because we're injured. The pain makes it difficult to rise and start again. Most importantly, these injuries take time to heal. I once had an experience that left an impression on me back in medical school when I was pursuing my dream of becoming a doctor. Medical school is wrought with many exams, numerous tests, tens or even hundreds of assessments. One of those assessments, I call it the monster of all tests. It's called the USMLE, which stands for the United States Medical Licensing Examination. That sounds pretty intimidating, right? Such a huge exam that it's meant to be taken in three parts over several years of your medical school career. Each part is called a step. Step one is meant to be taken between years 2 and 3 of your medical school career. It is designed to assess whether you have mastered all of the concepts of medical practice in just 2 years. To put it in perspective, think of yourself as a sponge who has absorbed exorbitant amounts of information over 2 years. Now, picture step one as two hands slowly wringing that information out of you in just a matter of hours. Like many of my classmates, I studied for long hours. I attended study groups. I studied alone. I even attended a special preparatory class just for this exam. The day of the test came, I took the test proudly, and I waited for my results to arrive in the mail back in those days when we actually used the mail. So when they arrived a few weeks later, I opened the envelope, and you guessed it, I failed. I don't remember much about my scores. I just remember that feeling that I never wanted to feel that again. How fitting is it that the word fail comes from the Latin falere, which means to deceive, to disappoint, and also to be defective. I certainly was disappointed in myself, and I definitely felt defective. And from that point on, I decided I would take that feeling and use it. I would use it to protect myself against any opportunity that came my way that may end in failure. For instance, I may receive an opportunity to partner in a business venture, but in the back of my mind, I would always think, you know what? I'm not a business person. I'll probably not succeed at this, so I'd say, no thanks. Friend would invite me to try a new hobby, something like aerial yoga. But all I could think about is, okay, you're going to be suspended in midair with just a sheet. You're probably going to fall flat on your face. So you guessed it, I said, no thanks. And then opportunities came to speak. And because I told myself, no one wants to hear what you have to say, I would say, of course, no thanks. But recently, I began to dwell on the way I took this memory, this feeling to protect myself. And I discovered it wasn't keeping me safe. It was keeping me stagnant. And the only way to overcome that feeling of being afraid to fail was to change my mindset. Now, what is mindset? Mindset is simply how you see the world and how you see yourself. It is the single most important factor in how we make decisions and if we're successful or fail, or at least how we see success and failure. American psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck is renowned for her research in mindset. She discovered that we have two mindsets that develop from childhood. One is a fixed mindset, the other is the growth mindset. A fixed mindset is one in which an individual believes that he is born with gifts and talents, but they are all that he needs to succeed in life. He avoids failure at all costs. He may reach a level of success, but he will also plateau because he will never reach his full potential. Now, with a growth mindset, that's an individual who feels that yes, she has talent, she has gifts, but she needs more development, more time, more energy, more education and training to achieve the goal that she has set for herself. Now, how do we move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset? Let's talk about it. There are 3 steps. One, first you have to believe that you can actually achieve the goal that you've set for yourself. And for those of you who need more than just faith, you need evidence. Well, there's science to back it up. Neuroplasticity was introduced in 1998. It is the science that explains how the brain forms new neural pathways as we develop a new skill. For instance, let's say you decide to take up knitting. The first time you attempt to knit, the brain forms a new neural pathway. When you practice knitting, the more and more you practice, the brain forms more myelin. Myelin is the substance that surrounds the nerve and insulates it so that electronic signals can transmit more efficiently. So, in essence, the more you practice your knitting, the more efficient your brain becomes at that skill. Secondly, you need to surround yourself with individuals who have a growth mindset. You know these people. They are the people who usually see the glass as half full. They also see challenges as opportunities for growth. And if you don't know these people, keep an eye out for them. Introduce yourself to them and make them a part of your network. And lastly, focus on the process rather than the end result. If we focus on the process, we figure out what works well and what doesn't work so well. And the more we do that, once we achieve our goal, then you can also repeat that success. You'll also know that you have gotten it through wisdom and understanding rather than sheer luck. So I invite you to come on this journey with me to move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Remember, we are first going to believe that we can achieve that goal. Number two, we are going to surround ourselves with like-minded individuals who have that growth mentality. After all, iron sharpens iron, right? And third, we are going to focus on the process rather than the result. American tennis great Arthur Ashe once said, "Success is in the journey, not in the destination." So, when that business opportunity comes your way, you'll be ready. When that friend invites you to try a new hobby, you'll go for it. And when you receive an invitation to speak to a live audience, you'll take it. You'll be ready. Thank you.